So if I said name the groove, you would say interventricular sulcus. If I ask you what structure in the heart is right under that groove, what would you tell me? What would be right here to separate the two sides of the heart? What structure? Septum. That's the septum. The septum lies right underneath the interventricular sulcus. Doesn't matter which side of the heart you're on. So you would know if left is left, right is right, then you're at the dorsal view. You're behind that. So also then I could say, name the layer of the heart wall and put a pin right here. What layer of the heart wall would that be? Middle layer. That's all the muscles. Myocardium. All this is myocardium. What layer of the heart wall would that be? Layer of the heart wall. Epicardium. And what if I said name the layer of the heart wall in here? Innermost. Or in here? Endocardium. So I will ask you endocardium, myocardium, epicardium. Now, the one thing you just said, I did this on the test. I put a pin out here and said, when it was thought, I put a pin right in here and I said, name the layer of the pericardium. Then you would say visceral pericardium. Remember, pericardium is the sac. And the fibrous and the parietal are gone, or you couldn't see the heart, but you can't remove the visceral. So on the surface of this heart, really, right now, there's visceral pericardium, which is dense connective tissue. But, so I could ask you that. What if I said to you, what is the specific name of this valve right here? Which valve is on the left side of the heart? Mitral valve or bicuspid valve, right. So just by knowing the side, knowing that's the left, that you should know that is the mitral. So on this side then is going to be the tricuspid valve, yeah. So I could ask that. On this heart, it's just the opposite. This heart is in the ventral view because, again, here's your thick side. Now, my right is its left, just the opposite. That's the front of the heart right here. And actually, it's hard to tell. This is straight down, but this actually, if it was pushed together, it'd run a little more at an angle. But underneath this is still the septum. But this time I might say name the chamber, and you would say right on this side it's going to be left ventricle, and this is right ventricle. And so I can do the same thing, name the layer of the heart wall, endocardium. If I said heart wall, epicardium. If I said pericardium, again, visceral pericardium. So I'll use this for 3 or 4 questions. I think yesterday on the test, I'm going to do the same test for you guys. There was 40 questions total, and about 13 or 14 questions over this, about 14 over the hearts, and about 14 over the cat vessels. So we'll just split it up real evenly. So that's what I'll ask on these. Basically, layers of the heart wall, views, sulcus, papillary muscle, chordae tendineae. Could ask you the name of the valves, remember, that kind of stuff. And then this heart, these are both calf hearts, by the way. This is a hog heart. But this is good to see because you can definitely see the front of the heart. See the angle of this running? So that's going to be your ventral view right here. That's ventral because you have an interventricular sulcus that runs at an angle across the front of the heart. So on this one then, you also have both atriums here. Here's an atrium, here's an atrium. There's a little, the atrium's here and an atrium here. So this is the atrioventricular sulcus. Remember that groove? If I said name the groove here, that's the groove between the atrium and the ventricles. You can't see the atrium on these. Yeah. You can see interventricular sulcus here, but not atrioventricular sulcus. So this is the atrioventricular sulcus all the way around those two atriums, between the atriums and the ventricles. This vessel right here is the pulmonary trunk or pulmonary artery, this big vessel right here. So if you're looking at the front of the heart, and it's not cut open, so you can't see how thick the walls are, if this interventricular sulcus is at an angle, it's going to be a ventral view. Plus, on the ventral view, you always see the pulmonary artery or trunk first. You don't see the aorta's back behind it. So this is that. So I could ask you in the heart, name the chamber, name the chamber, name the chamber, name the chamber. These are atrium, these are ventricles. This would be your left side, this would be your right side.